my name is Natalie, and today I'm going to talk about middle school and high school and whether they are the worst and best years of your life. So middle school is often defined as an awful period. I've heard so many people say that no one has fun in middle school. I don't think this is true because I had a wonderful time in middle school, but it still often gets this bad reputation. There is an article in Slate magazine called How We Can Make Middle Schools Less Awful, and they say that when it comes to our national conversation about what makes great schools, middle schools are often overlooked, like the overlooked middle child. I think this is a great metaphor. It points out how often the people in school boards approach middle school like it's destined to be average. But it doesn't have to be. Perhaps the reason it's given this bad reputation is because the adults on the school board don't like to look back at that time because they didn't enjoy themselves in middle school. But this poses the question of how much of a person's opinion about middle school is in their head and how much is a real reflection of the middle school experience. So what makes a great middle school? According to Slate, it's academic excellence, an awareness of and sensitivity towards the unique developmental needs of early adolescents, and a capitalization on the early adolescent's obsession with fairness. All of these things are related to nurturing a child. That's always the main goal of middle school. I want to nurture you during those delicate preteen and early teen years. And perhaps you won't want to look back on the awkward developments that happened during middle school, but I think you should still want to look back on that time favorably. You should be able to look back on the activities you did and the friends you had and be happy about that time. Middle school is one of the last periods where you can just be a kid. Your knowledge doesn't yet have to expand out to a larger sphere that includes college and after. I think that's why you should look back on your middle school years as having been enjoyable instead of thinking that they were some of the worst. On the flip side, high school is often praised as the best years of your life. I also think that this is too quick of a judgment. After all, the average person in the United States lives until approximately 78 years old, so you have 60 years of life left after high school. I wouldn't want to give away the best years of my life so quickly. An article in the Arizona Times said that perhaps this point of view comes from parents who are romanticizing their high school years to their kids. And while this can be true, I have also heard students themselves praising high school this largely. They've stated reasons like the set social scene and a freedom to party while under the financial protection of their parents as reasons. It's true that after high school you will have to be on your own and worry about having money and handling other adult world things like taxes and health insurance. However, this also means that you'll be able to work and maybe do something that you really love instead of having to take the same 8 classes every day. You'll have more freedom to be yourself instead of just being a high school student. The Slate article pointed out that high schools are often better quality spaces than middle schools, saying that as the gateway to either college or dropping out, high school is obviously high stakes. This is true. High school is a very important time. But while it's important to not think of it as the worst years, it's also important to not inflate it to being the best years. I hope this video has given you a little insight as to why middle school and high school can be both awesome and terrible, but that doesn't mean they should be given an encompassing title like best or worst years. Middle school is a time to be nurtured and discover your passions, and high school is a time to learn your work ethic and dedicate yourself to what you love. Both are simply preparing you for the bad and good times that are still to come. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you next time.